a liquor store that's closing down. Liquor stores can't even maintain, and people need liquor, man. That's like just like grocery stores. I mean, liquor. That's I was watching what was it, Wild Alaska, and they say, look, they brew their own beer up there, and that's something they need, man. You would think, oh yeah, they're roughing it, but they even in up there in the so-called off the grid lifestyle, they even need beer. So how much more in the so-called daily hustle and bustle if the alcohol shops can't make it? I don't know much what much can. Okay? And it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and at all the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's why you have the music industry that's crap, man. It's nothing. If you're smart, you're not even gonna mess with the music industry because what do you have? You have a bunch of sodomites in there, and the music is not as the level it once was, man. People don't put their soul in it no more. That's why you have writers that are writing what you're supposed to put out. So you have artists that can't put their artistic growth in the music industry. Like now, if you talk about the Most High or any kind of biblical thing, you ain't gonna get no plays, man. You see? So let's keep playing.
In the U.S. is financial engineering, which is the heart of the power of their empire, the paving the way to ever lower interest rates. And you can we're seeing the failure of financial engineering remarkably in the news of Walmart, the largest private corporation, private employer in America. And here you see the failure of Walmart because you saw the shares plunge 10% last week. They're down 34% on the year. The chilling thing Walmart said about financial engineering, and what they said is that basically financial engineering no longer works, and that's a problem for the financial engineers are the equivalent of the Roman Empire, the engineers of the roads, the builders of the roads, because they announced $20 billion in new share buybacks. They've had $36 billion over the past 4 years, and this has kept the stock price up. The stock price is up 75%.
It's a Potemkin village.
Walmart shares are up 75% since 2011, despite their earnings declining every year, 3.5% in the past year, over the past 3 fiscal years.
That's correct. Now, Walmart's a very interesting story because, it's one of the biggest employers in America. It's either one or two. When you look at the American military, it's either one of those places. And they've been making money not only by buying their own stock, borrowing money at cheap rates.
A lot of these companies this is what we're talking about, the financial engineering is no longer working.
Right, and then they've also been squeezing their suppliers.
Yeah.
So the suppliers have been forced down. So those people are experiencing economic degradation and oppression. The Walmart.
And through that, they have to shut down and close their business. This is the book of Jeremiah 25 and verse 10. And it says, moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, and the sound of the millstone and the light of the candle. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. That's it. But that's showing you the Lord's taking the mirth out of this place, man. Okay, because at one time getting in Walmart was a great thing. If you had a business or an invention, getting to Walmart was you pretty much made it. Now they're buying their own stock and they're pushing that back on the suppliers, man, because they're forced to pay more, or how you say the interest rates is forcing them out of business, man. Okay, let's keep going.
Have been temporarily kept aloft using buybacks, financial engineering. But this is clearly a huge corporation in America that's similarly, I don't know if you're going to cover it or not, but McDonald's is also facing severe problems. The franchisees are in revolt.
Yeah, but that's because...
That's why they have the stupid McDonald's serving breakfast 24 hours a day. They're trying... and these dumb people are sucking it down, man. But that's not going to help. That's showing that's desperate measures they're doing. Serving breakfast all day. They figure that's going to be a way to increase their revenue.
Because of who their customers and who they rely on. So, by the way, Walmart, the Walton family, are the richest in America. If you add them up all together, there's several of them, and they own now, because of the share buybacks, they now own over 50% of the company again. So there again, heirs to these great fortunes, the same sort of decrepit thing happening as what happened in the Roman Empire. So here you see, so Walmart has faced the same difficulties in this Fed-designed economy for years. Walmart's primary customers, the lower 80% on the income scale, have practically no savings, and every month is a battle to make ends meet. It is hard to increase sales when your customers are this strung out, not just in the U.S., but in the markets around the globe. So if an empire built on financial engineering, at least the interest payments have to be met. And if you can't even meet the interest payments with a world of declining revenues because no roads are being built, that's capital investment, by the way. That's a true capital investment, is building roads and infrastructure. Now the only infrastructure we have could be, disappear in the flick of a bad code and algorithm.
Yes, well, Walmart's done a good job at hollowing out the U.S. economy in many ways, and now it's crumbling. And it's same thing with a lot of these huge multinationals, and we are seeing the end of empire in many ways. Yes.
So in the UK this week, of course, there's been the Chinese are here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into these precepts real quick. Read some of these precepts. With that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And much love to you, brothers. Keep faith. We're almost home, man. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, Shalom. Keep faith.